Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Andhra CM Jaganmohan Reddy inducts two first-time MLAs into his cabinet. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy on Wednesday inducted two first-time MLAs into his cabinet. The party's MLA from Ramchandrapuram in East Godavari district, Chalu Boina Srinivasa Venu Gopal Krishna, and MLA from Palasa in Srikakulam district, Dr. Sidiri Appalla Raju, were sworn in as ministers at a simple ceremony organized at the Raj Bhavan in Vijayawada in view of the spread of COVID 19 in the state. Governor Biswa Bhushan Harichandan administered the oath of office and secrecy of two new ministers. The two vacancies in the Jagan Mohan Reddy cabinet arose after Pilli Subhash Chandra Bose and Mobi Devi Venkatramana Rao, who were ministers in the state cabinet, resigned after they were nominated to the Rajya Sabha by the ruling party. Andhra government signs MOU with Amul, Jagan terms it a historic step. Yet another milestone was crossed in the cooperative dairy sector in Andhra Pradesh, with the state government signing a memorandum of understanding MOU with Amul. Special Chief Secretary Agriculture Poonam Malkondayam signed the MOU on behalf of the state government, while Rajan, Amul Zonal Head Chennai, signed for Amul in the presence of Chennai Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy and Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Managing Director Arya Sodhi and Sambal Bhai Patel, Sabarkantha District Cooperative Milk Producers Union Limited, who participated through a video conference from Anand in Gujarat. Speaking on the occasion, the Chief Minister described the agreement between Andhra Pradesh and Amul as a historic step in the direction of changing the fate of lakhs of women who depend on the cooperative dairy sector. Andhra Pradesh stands fourth in the country in milk production, but only 24% goes to organized sector, which results in loss to dairy farmers. They are not able to get the remunerative price they deserve, Jagan pointed out. Probe Balineni's role in Hawala scam, Chandrababu. Describing Energy Minister Balineni Srinivasa Reddy as the mastermind behind the Hawala transactions, TDP Supremo and Chandrababu Naidu demanded his ouster from the state cabinet. He sought all the details pertaining to 5.27 crore seized by Tamil Nadu police, including for whom the cash was being transported illegally and their relationship with Balinani. Addressing a meeting of TDP senior leaders, Naidu said the Enforcement Directorate should conduct a detailed inquiry into Hawala transactions that took place in Andhra Pradesh in past 14 months to bring out the facts. Bullion merchants usually carry checks or DDs, but not hard cash to buy gold in Chennai. It should be verified whether the arrested persons were staff of bullion merchant or Balineni's followers. According to reports making rounds, Balineni's son was one of the two who fled the scene after the cash was seized. Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy owes a clarification to the people of the state on all these aspects, Naidu said. Accusing the police of applying different sets of rules for YSRC and opposition leaders, he said several TDP leaders were falsely implicated in the cases and at the same time no action was taken against the ruling party leaders, though they were caught with adequate evidence. Former ministers K. Achanaidu and Kolu Ravindra were arrested in false cases, but Balineni has not yet been arrested in the 5.27 crore Hawala scam. 13 new infections in Sri Sailam Temple. The famous Sri Bararamba Mallikarjuna Swami Temple in Sri Sailam will remain closed for one more week as 13 new COVID-19 cases were reported from the temple premises. Temple Executive Officer K.S. Ramarao has directed all staff to hold meetings on the ongoing development works through video conference and phone calls. The darshan there were stopped last week, and with Tuesday's figure, as many as 46 infections have been reported in the temple alone. The temple will reopen after a week if the situation is favorable, the EO said, adding that online Paroksa Seva would continue as usual. Also, Mahanandishwara Temple was closed for a week on Tuesday after 3 of its staff tested positive for COVID-19. Temple EO G. Mallikarjuna said it has a staff strength of 145, including priests. Corona tests were conducted on all the temple staff, of them 3 staffers tested positive. Wife of Colonel martyred in China standoff appointed deputy collector in Telangana. Colonel B. Santosh Babu's wife, Santoshi, has been appointed as a deputy collector in Telangana. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao handed over the appointment letter to Santoshi at Pragati Bhavan on Wednesday. Rao directed officials to give her a posting near Hyderabad. The Chief Minister also had lunch with Santoshi and 20 other relatives at Pragati Bhavan. Rao assured that the state government would always support Santosh Babu's family. Last month, the Chief Minister had visited Santosh Babu's family and personally handed over Rs 5 crore. Of the Rs 5 crore, Rs 1 crore was handed over to Santosh's parents and Rs 4 crore to his wife. Rao also handed over to the colonel's wife a job appointment letter and land documents relating to 711 square yards house site allotted to her in Banjara Hills in Hyderabad. The 37-year-old colonel died during the India-China face-off at Galwan Valley in Ladakh on June 15. Nearly 45% of Andhra cases added in a week. Shooting further up with the addition of nearly 5,000 cases, Andhra Pradesh COVID-19 tally touched 58,668, while the state saw 62 deaths, the highest in the day so far. The latest bulletin said 1,232 patients also got cured and discharged from hospitals as the cumulative recoveries rose to 22,896. The state now has 32,119 active cases. The COVID-19 toll in the state now stood at 758 with 62 fresh deaths. Andhra Pradesh, the fastest growing state in the country right now with a daily growth rate of 8.5%, now has over 58,000 confirmed infections. Almost 45% of the state's total caseload has been added in just the last 1 week. In Telangana, meanwhile 1,430 infections and 7 deaths were reported, taking the tally in the state to 47,705 and fatalities to 429. Out of the 1,430 new cases, the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation (GHMC) accounted for 703, followed by Rangareddy and Medchal districts with 117 and 105 cases respectively. A state government bulletin said 36,385 people, 76%, have recovered so far, while 10,891 were under treatment. Telangana government to hire over 1,000 PG medical students to help in battle against COVID-19. To overcome the shortage of doctors in tackling the COVID-19 pandemic, the Telangana government decided to hire the services of 1,191 PG medical students and 227 civil assistant surgeons. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao recently decided to absorb the PG students into government service. The PG medical students who will be appearing for the final examinations this year will be hired as senior residents in various specialties in 6 hospitals on contract basis with a consolidated remuneration of Rs 70,000 per month. Their services would be utilized for a period of 1 year or till the actual need ceases, whichever is earlier. Of the 1,191 PG medical students, 250 will be allotted to Gandhi Hospital, 100 to District Hospital in King Koti, 150 to Telangana Institute of Medical Sciences in Gachibowli, 50 to Government General and Chest Hospital, Hyderabad, 400 to 8 government medical colleges at 50 per institute, and 241 students to hospitals under the administrative control of Telangana Vaidya Vidhana Parishad. KTR makes an impromptu visit to Gajwal Market Education Hub. In an impromptu visit, IT and Industries Minister KT Rama Rao visited Integrated Market and Education Hub in Gajwal town on Wednesday on his way back to Hyderabad from Karimnagar. The IT Minister, who inaugurated IT Tower in Karimnagar town on Tuesday, was heading to Hyderabad when he stopped in Gajwal town for a while to have a glimpse of various development projects undertaken in the headquarters of Gajwal Assembly constituency, which is being represented by Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Chief Minister had built an integrated market, separate education hubs for men and women, integrated office complex, government hospital and several others. Rama Rao has interacted with a few vendors at the market. Since the Chief Minister was planning to replicate such development across all constituencies in Telangana, the IT Minister's visit to Caswell drew prominence. Give Telangana High Court all facts it needs on COVID-19 scenario. KCR instructs health officials. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao directed officials concerned to submit all the facts relating to COVID-19 test, medical care for patients, and other steps being taken to control the spread of coronavirus to the High Court in the form of an affidavit. Rao issued the instructions during a review with officials on COVID-19 situation and PILs that have been filed in High Court at Pragati Bhavan here. He directed officials to provide accurate information to the High Court when it hears numerous PILs filed on the COVID-19 situation. He wanted them to provide the HC with all information it seeks while explaining the government's efforts to curb COVID-19. The stinging remarks made by the HC bench about the performance of Medical and Health Department in containing COVID-19 came up for discussion. Many officials expressed their disquiet over the HC finding fault with the department, though officials were working round the clock with a sense of dedication and commitment, an official press release from the CMO said. Venki Kudumula to direct Ram Charan. Ram Charan has been using the lockdown period productively. The actor turned producer, who took a break from the shooting of his upcoming period actioner RRR Raudram Ranam Rudiram in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, has been busy scouting for good scripts. After giving a green signal to his Yavadu director Vamshi Padipalli for a new film, it is widely reported that Rangasthalam actor gave his go-ahead to work with director Venki Kudumula for a youthful entertainer. Venki, who is on a roll with the stupendous success of Bhishma, is currently giving final touches to the script. To be bankrolled by UV Creations, the untitled film is likely to go on floors in the second half of 2021, and an announcement on this collaboration is expected to be made on Dussehra. Besides these films, Charan will be also seen in a crucial cameo in Chiranjeevi's upcoming film Acharya. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share and subscribe Payan Times.